kids got quality education?
No, that is a good question. I'm just so passionate about it because I know that if you can have a school that's set up to be able to meet the needs of the students, the kids will soar. For the last 7 years, myself, I've been a principal and I've had excellent academic achievement. Also, within the last couple of months, my school was given the status of a reward school. And that is very big because all of my kids come from inner city and they all qualify for free and reduced lunch. But also with that, we have some of the highest academic achievement within our county and within the state of Michigan. And I need to spread this word out to other schools all around the world that inner city kids can learn, kids can really soar, but we.
So I believe that, if everybody say it can't get done, I'm like, yes it can, why not? I said, if these kids can't read, then I'm not gonna propose them. All this, mom, dad, I'm gonna look you in your face and say this kid can't read. We let them down. School, parents, we let them down, but I'm not gonna take them to the next grade knowing that they're not at grade level. It's funny because I'm always like, okay, how are schools successful? Well, schools are successful when they demand greatness. Greatness doesn't come. We're about to make history. We're about to learn. We're about to grow. We're about to make history. And then, mark my words, it's going to be other school districts, other places around it that's going to be doing this thing. We're going to be the first model. And I'm speaking that into existence, okay? If you can really take the map and drive the instructor inside the classroom and link it to the M step, then everything will move. You see it?
Ladies, third grade teachers, could you tell me, how do you think this professional development was for you today?
Easy. It was productive. It was exciting. We will never leave Mr. Hurt's advising.
Because the schools that I've worked with, the teachers I've worked with, their scores just go through the roof because what I do is I talk about practical stuff that's practical. Because I'm a former teacher and also I'm a principal, so I'm gonna be telling you guys things that I know will work in your classroom.
For booking, please visit shurtschoolturnaroundspecialist.com.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is Sean Hurt with another powerful Saturday morning podcast. And today we're doing part two of the non-negotiables for high performing schools. Last week it was phenomenal, and we're going to do part two. I am doing a series, a 4-week series. So this is week 2. So come on in and hit that share button. Let me know where you're coming from. Once again, Sean Hurt School Turnaround Specialists. We call ourselves the Fantastic Four. Is myself at 10 o'clock. Is Creative Educator at 10:30. And then we have Principal Kafele at 11. And then we have Josh Tarver on Sunday at 5 o'clock. I'm excited. I'm pumped up. The weather looks kind of good in Michigan. It snowed the last couple of days, but I see the sun out. But more importantly, I have some information that I have to share to all of the educators out there. So what I need you to do is I need you to join me on all of my social media platforms. Go on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube page. I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook, and X/Twitter. So come on in. And remember, last week you said you were going to do me a favor. You said, Hurt, it was so good last week. This is what you said. You were going to bring a friend. So what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and reach out to 2 of your educators now and just share it out. Tell them to join in no matter where they're at. They could be at the gym, in their kitchen eating breakfast, taking their kids to a sports event or whatever it may be. Go ahead and send that out because today I am bringing it. I'm on fire. I'm fired out. I could not sleep last night. I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning, have my notes ready. I got videos, PowerPoints. I got so many things that will take place. So give me about 30 seconds as I get everybody in. And remember, I need you to share it out. Let me know where you're coming from. Give me some love. Let me know where you're coming from. Give me some emojis. You know how we do it. You know how we do it here on the platform, because every time you join this platform, we go to a whole nother level. We go to a whole nother level. You know, you get information that you can take with your school. You know, we got people on here. Somebody said, "Hey, Hurt, I'm looking for a principal for my school district," and they're on here now. So you might be looking for a principal position. You never know. I've seen things on my podcast. People have reached out and said, "You know what? I know that such and such is always on your podcast commenting. They're sharing some good information. You know, would you recommend that person as assistant principal or coach for my building? Would you recommend?" And I'm like, "Yeah, they tune in faithfully. You know, they're doing some good work. They're emailing me about their data walls and how they're doing 8th grade math and the whole 9 yards." Bob, yes, I would recommend that person. So you never know. So let me give me about 10 more seconds and let me check in with folks. Let me see who's rocking with me on today. Let me check in. All right. I'm excited. As you can see, I'm pumped up. I'm ready to bring it. So come on in. Let me go to this chat. All right. Where we at? All right. Good morning, Ms. Rella Hicks. I know you from Georgia. Good morning to you. Hey, I sent you some things this morning. I want you to take a look at. I sent it on my Facebook page. So good morning to you. Brother David Bell, good morning to you. I sent you some also, Brother David Bell, regarding what's going on with the state of Michigan. So I sent you some stuff also, David Bell. Take a look at that. I got Richard Davis from Las Vegas, Nevada. Good morning to you from the 702. I appreciate you getting up early in the morning. Is a blessing. Good morning to you, Jennifer Desmond. Good morning to you. I got Dr. Wallace from North Myrtle Beach. Good morning to you. Thank you for tuning in. I know you're in transition, but thank you for tuning in. Me and her, we was up this morning early, just thinking about education, thinking about different things. Good morning to you. I got Principal Dr. Edwin Garcia. Good morning to you, my man. You know, he got the principal position a couple of months ago. I know you're doing some good things. I'm excited for you. Anytime I know somebody that just went to the next level, whether it's assistant principal or superintendent, I am happy for them. Why? Because it encourages other people that's on my platform to say, man, I got people on this platform that's getting positions. So good morning to you. I got Jasmine Harris in the house from California. Good morning to you, Miss Jasmine Harris. I got September Vance Daniels from Orange, Jersey in the house. Good morning to you. I got Stacy L. Joy in the house. Good morning to you, fam. I got Dr. Jeter in the house from Illinois. You always keep us on point, always keep us rocking. Give me about 30 more seconds. I give some more shout outs. I got DeAndre Lightfoot in. Good morning to you, my friend. Good morning to you. Who else we got? I got Melissa Jones Chudo in. Good morning to you. Oh, I'm excited. We got the heavy hitters in the house. Who else? Brother Principal Kafele, good morning to you. Hey, Principal Kafele, I am standing 10 toes with you. Your commentary this week has been on point. You started off last week with Carter G. Woodson and Black History Month, and I took what you wrote last, I think it was Friday or Saturday, I believe, and then I talked about it at my church on Sunday. Everybody was just astonished. I said, listen, it's not about me. I got it from Principal Kafele, but I shared it out on Sunday, you know, and then the commentary that you wrote this week, hey, I'm 10 toes down. So, man, salute to you. You know I got your back, man. You know, we're going to keep this thing moving. Good morning to you, Ms. Margarita Simpson. Good morning from snowy Boston. Good morning to you. I got Dorinda Bikes. Good morning to you. Who else I got? I got Lakeland Rona from Jersey. Good morning to you. And I'm going to stop in about 10 more seconds. And I got Brother Anthony Green. Let me start with my boy, Anthony Green. Love him to death. One of my best friends in life, been known for 30 years. Thank you for rocking with me. All right, let's stop right there. And if I miss anybody, I got to get to my commentary. But, you know, afterwards, I always give my shout outs and my love. So that's what I always do. So let's get these captions out. So, you know, the first thing I always ask everybody, and I need you to go with me. What is keeping you up at night as an educator? You don't have to be an educator. What is keeping you up at night in this world that's affecting you? For me, as an educator, I always started with me. It's three things. First, ACAP, M-STEP, and other assessments from the state. ACAP is in Alabama, M-STEP is in Michigan. Your state assessment starts in April. It is not time to let off the gas. I need everybody to be on point. I talked about the 6 big rocks that you need to have in place before the test. I'm giving information. I've done PD. Go on my YouTube page, see how to increase your scores by 12 or 15%. That's what I'm doing. It's coming up. It is February the 7th. We start in April. I do not want any of my schools, anybody that I know, not to be moving forward. Does that make sense? A state assessment, high school, SAT, ACT, PSAT, elementary 3rd through 8th state assessment. Come on now. Do not let off the gas. So that's one thing that's keeping me up at night. The other thing that's keeping me up at night, stay with me, is how are you spending your Title I monies? How are you spending principals? How are you spending superintendents, your Title I monies? It is very important that you're spending your money wisely. You cannot just blow money. I was in a meeting last week. The school for this school year had $1.3 million of Title I money. I saw it. How are you spending the $1.3 million that's been allocated to your school in Title I? We can't blow it. We need to be focused on spending our money wisely. Last thing is that last week I talked about it. In Michigan, they are allowing NIL for high school students. If you're a high school principal, you need to get on top of NIL. It is coming. You're not going to be, it's sort of like COVID when they said go home, you had to be ready the next day. NIL, no one is talking about it. I'm talking about it on my podcast. I'm talking about it. Name, image, and likeness. There's, I know Ohio has allowed that. I know other states have allowed NIL for high school students. You have to get on top of that. In March, I'm going to talk about it, but I need you to Google it. I need you to understand what NIL is and how it's going to impact your high school and your district. So that's all the 3 things that keep me up at night. Put it in the chat. What is keeping you up at night as an educator? Melissa Jones-Chuno, the emotional well-being of staff, ensuring that they are offered resources, that they are not projecting their trauma on students by not providing a quality classroom experience. Yes, Ms. Jones-Chuno, that is so true. That is so true. That is so true. The trauma that we have as adults, we bring it to the classroom and we project it on the students. We're yelling, screaming. We don't like Raheem because Raheem reminds us of our trauma at home. We don't like such and such because such and such reminds us of what we went through 15 or 20 years ago. That is unfair for you to treat Raheem in a negative way because of what happened to you 3 or 4 years ago. That is unfair. Okay, that's a good point. All right, let me go ahead. I want to keep my time. What's happening here in Sean with education? I want to give a big shout out to Youngstown Prep. I was working with the Principal G this week. They're ready to go. They're ready. So big shout out to Youngstown Prep and Principal G working with that team this week. Also, I put all Michigan schools, Brother David Bell, Carletta Counts, anybody from Michigan. The new state superintendent put the strategic plan for education in place. He wrote it out 3 days ago. I put it on my Facebook page. Go to my Facebook page and see what the new state superintendent of education in Michigan is talking about. Why is that important? Because you need to know how we're moving. It was not publicized. It was not whatever. I was in a meeting. I shared it out because a lot of times we get the information a year, 2 years later. Oh, talk to me, Dr. Houston. I'm talking to Dr. Houston now, even though she's in South Carolina, but I know she's on here. See, me and Dr. Houston, we always talk all of the time. We get the information 2 to 3 years late. And then we ask the question, why are schools failing? Well, you don't got the information. In Michigan, I talked to 5 people. They did not know state. So I told them about it, and then I said, I'm going to put it on my Facebook page so all of the schools will know. The Benton Harbor, the Inksters, the Muskegons, the Detroits. I'm naming the schools in Michigan. You know what it's like. That's why we got to get the information. Does that make sense? Facebook page? All right, I'm going to stop right there. I'm excited. Now we're going to Okay, I'm sorry about that. My connection froze. It's cold outside, but we're good. We're good. I see we're good. So the 29 negotiable characteristics of high performance schools is a 4-week series. I'm on week 2. And then the first week I talked about a clear shared vision, strong instructional leadership, high expectations for all. So now I'm gonna go 4 through 6, 4 through 7. But before I get into that, I'm going to have us watch a 3-minute video. It's a 3-minute YouTube video. I need everybody to watch it, and then I'm gonna jump into it. Okay, it's a 3-minute YouTube video about a district that did some school turnaround with the things that I just talked about. All right, so let's share the screen. All right, here we go right here. I think we're good. Hold on for 1 second. Share screen. Hold on. Let me get it right. Let me get it right. We're going to share the screen. Make this big, make sure we're good. All right. Over.
In the 2006-2007 school year, we were listed as one of the 30 worst performing schools in the state of North Carolina.
The things that I saw when I got here were children just running up and down the halls, hollering, screaming, just a level of almost mayhem.
So passionate about it.
A fair amount of them come without any resources at all. Some days our children go home and they may not have a home to go to. Some days our children go home and there may not be food.
There was a lot of teacher turnover back then, and I think we were in a mentality where it was just about teachers surviving.
There used to be bullies, like the bullies make you scared, like you didn't even want to look at them because they were like, you have a problem.
Back at that time, it kind of felt like the students were running the school in a sense.
I quit my first year here because it was just so difficult for me.
We had a principal that came in maybe in September, October of the school year. She spent the first couple of months just identifying everything that we needed to change about the school. Number one thing is we had to look at our staff. If you weren't here for the kids, this wasn't the place for you.
The new principal who came in at the time, she called me and she said, Ms. Johnson, we really need you. We know that you're a phenomenal teacher. Could you please just come back? And my only request from her was that if I come back, something has to be different.
Then once we got all of the right people, that's when we began to look at what we were doing in the classroom and why our kids weren't getting it. And we found the root of that to be the way that we were teaching our students. Once we go over each of these big pieces of the lesson planning process, you need to go back to your plans and adjust. Implement whatever we've learned in the session, correct it, revise it, do whatever that may be. 4 teachers from our school went to a training in Atlanta to look at this new instructional model, and that's when we brought in the non-negotiables. Essential question, and then we have our key vocabulary. Then we went to essential and high order thinking questions, which we spent time on.
All right, let's stop right there. I'm back. Okay, and the reason why I want to show you that video first, there was a school who transformed. First thing they did was they brought in a new principal, and then the focus was they looked at the staff first. Do we really want these kids to learn? Do we really want them to move forward? That's the first thing that they looked at. And then they brought in a thing called the non-negotiables. I'm telling you, the 20 non-negotiables that all of the high-performing schools do. So why would we do anything else when I'm giving you the answers to the test? I'm showing you what schools are doing, whether it's my school when I was a principal, some of my colleagues on here, or the video you watch. They're talking, everyone is saying the same thing. And I thought that was very important. So now let's go to number 4 of the 20 non-negotiables. Number 4 is data-driven decision maker. I got Dre Pat. Okay. Oh, my boy Andre in the house. What's up? Good morning to you, brother Andre. One of my former students. Oh man, salute to you. Hey, listen. I'm gonna comment on your comments after this. Oh, good morning to you, one of my good students, man. Much love. Tell your mom and dad and your sister I said hi. When I started off, he was one of my superstar students. My man. But data-driven decision making. That's the next one. That's the next non-negotiable. Frequent use of formative and summative data. Data-driven decision makers. You cannot make decisions without data. Y'all know how I feel about it. I get sick and tired when I see schools making decisions based on their feelings, based on what they did for 15 years. It is not working. It is not working. If it haven't worked in 15 years, it's not going to work in 2026. Quit making decisions based on, well, we've been doing it for 15 years, or I feel. It's not about emotion, it's about the data. The data should drive everything that you do. Data-driven decision makers. Instruction should be adjusted based on evidence, not your feelings. Instruction should be adjusted based on evidence. What evidence do I have is the data from your formative and summative tests. It should be based on that evidence, not your feelings. Okay, give me a deep dive in it. What does it look like? Thank you for asking that question. You say, what does it look like? I'm going to show you what it looks like. Give me a second. Here we go right here. Boom. I told you I'm ready. I'm pumped up. Okay, here we go right here. Look, reading data based on district assessment. As you can see, this was my scores. I'm going to brag about myself. My wife said, you don't talk enough about yourself. Okay, I'm about to talk about myself. Before I took over this one school in 2012, they had 8 months worth of growth in reading. Our average is one year. They was doing 8 months. Then by me taking over from 2013 to 2025, you see the average of growth in reading based on either we were using the iReady or NWA assessment. So the 7-year average of me being a principal of my middle and elementary school was close to 1 year and 5 months worth of growth. So we was averaging an additional 5 months worth of growth based on our assessment. It goes back, data-driven decision making. I had to make sure that what we were doing program-wise was affecting the outcome of our reading and our math. If you don't have this, this is your homework. If you've been a principal at your school for a year, 2 years, 3 years. I need you to find out what is the average growth for reading and math at your school. I'm going to say this again. I need you to find out, and I'm talking good now. I told you I need you to find out the average math and reading growth for your school as a principal, or if you are a district leader for your district for the last 3 or 4 years. Every year I had this, I knew what I was doing. And then on top of that, we based it, I'm going to the next PowerPoint slide. We based it on this. This is my school. This is our NWA stuff. So as you can see, I'm constantly looking at the data, not to just look at it, but it helped me make decisions as a school leader. I educated my teachers how to look at data as a teacher and so forth and so on. And the data was shared throughout the school. Gym teacher, art teacher, secretary, you name it, knew the data. Talk to me. Tell me if this is sounding good. You said, what are the non-negotiables? Number 4, data-driven decision making. Man, I'm loving this work I'm doing. I'm loving the work I'm loving the work I'm doing. I'm loving the work I'm doing. If you're not doing that, that's a problem. Talk to me, talk to me. Next one, number 5. Number 5. A guaranteed and viable curriculum. A guaranteed and viable curriculum. Your curriculum, you have to look at your curriculum, and sometimes it's not about getting a new curriculum, it's about using what you have with fidelity. You don't have to spend a $300,000, $400,000 on a new math curriculum or a new ELA curriculum. You might have to make some tweaks, but use it with fidelity. A lot of times we're not using our curriculum with fidelity. And then also our curriculum is not aligned throughout the district. Our curriculum at the elementary, you at 8 elementary schools, every elementary teacher in the 5th grade is doing something different at all 5 schools. In the middle school, the same thing, high school, the same way. So how can you say the curriculum is good and bad when everybody is doing whatever they want to do, however they want to do it, and when they want to do it? You got some middle schools, they have 90 minute block for math. Another school say we only do 60. Then you got the other middle school, they got 145 minutes. I thought everything was supposed to be aligned. So if we're saying 90 block math for middle school, it needs to be 90 block. Schools that are performing high, they have a viable curriculum and they use it with fidelity. Dr. Josh Tarver said that fidelity is the key for all things. Let's not make this hard. Let's not do all of those things. Listen to what I'm saying. These are the 20 non-negotiable characteristics of high performing school. Now, if you want your school not to be high performing, there you go. But I'm giving you what these characteristics look like. Number 6, effective tier intervention systems. Effective tier intervention systems. Students receive timely, targeted support. I'm going to say this 2 more times. Students receive timely, targeted support. Timely, targeted support. I'm not just giving them support just to check the boxes. A lot of times we want to check the boxes, right? Right, Principal Tarver, we just check the boxes. Quit checking the boxes, and it has to be timely. That's why the data is important. If you see Raheem is having problems in reading comprehension, give him the intervention he needs right there on the spot. Let the parents know, give him what he needs in tier 2 or tier 3. But the problem is that we're not looking at the data, so we don't know how to properly give the students the right intervention. And I'm not going to put it all on the teachers. I have to talk to the principals, because if you're not pushing it, if you're not modeling it, if you're not doing it, then the teachers is going to only take what they see you do as the instructional leader. Effective tier intervention systems. And also the intervention systems is proactive and is not dummy down. Intervention is not dummying down the lesson. That's not intervention. Oh, I'm a dummy down the lesson. No, intervention is looking at the needs of that particular student or classroom, and you're giving them the instruction that they need. It is not lowering the standard, dummy down the lesson. Stay with me, y'all. Please stay with me. This is very critical. 3 more minutes, stay with me. On Monday, I need you to say, all right, is my intervention systems working? Well, how do I figure that out? What has been your growth for the last 5 years as the principal of that school for reading and math? I showed it to you. I showed you what I had to do every year. If I'm not making 1.5 years worth of growth or higher, my intervention systems is not working. The average growth of a school should be 1 year. You cannot do 1 year, principals, because your kids are coming to you 4 to 5 months, 6 months behind, years behind. If you do 1 year, you'll never catch them up. That's why those intervention systems has to work. You asked the question, Herb, what's keeping you up at night? $1.3 million that we have in Title I, Title II, that's intervention, $1.3 million, and the systems is not working. You have $1.3 million that you're spending every year as a school. Districts have close to $25 million, and it is not working. We're blowing money, we're spending money just to spend it, and we're not using timely target support. Oh, man. It's 10:29. I have to stop. Because I want to make sure we all go to Create and Educate. But man, I got so much to share. I got so much to share. I got so much to share. I gotta get this out. I have to get this out because schools are assessments is coming up. My passion is I got to get it out. So I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna do part 3 next week. I need everybody. You have to bring your leadership team. You can't just be on here by yourself. I thank you very much, but you got to bring your team with you. So on Monday, when you huddle up, you can discuss the information I'm giving you. Bring your team. This is non-negotiable. This is, if your house is burning down, you call the fire department to put the fire out. You have to bring your team with you. You got to. So thank you very much. Keep up the good work. Let's keep on rocking. I love you. I support you. This is my passion. I need more time. I got to think about how I could go earlier or something like that. But I got to get this out by February because assessments start up in April, and I don't want none of my schools failing. That's not what I want. All right. So I see you. Let's go over to Create and Educate. Take care. May God bless.